Before I will tell you the story, let me introduce myself first. By the way, I am Julian Quijano, and the new story that I'm going to tell you is called Little Red Riding Hood. So once upon a time, in a countryside, there was a beautiful girl. Her grandma made her a beautiful velvet red hat. She wore it every day, so people called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother said to Red Riding Hood, "Send these cakes and rice wine to your grandma. She is ill. Come home early." Then Little Red Riding Hood went out happily. She passed through a large forest and came across a cunning wolf. The wolf pretended to be kind and asked Little Red Riding Hood where she would go. She said, "I am going to visit my grandma. She is ill." The wolf asked where her grandma lived. Little Red Riding Hood also told him. The wolf wanted to eat her and her grandma, so he went to her grandma's home first. The wolf knocked her grandma's door and used Little Red Riding Hood's voice. "I am Little Red Riding Hood. I'm coming to see you." Her grandma let the wolf in. The wolf swallowed her grandma. Then he lay on her grandma's bed, waiting for Little Red Riding Hood. After a while, Little Red Riding Hood knocked the door. The wolf asked, "Who is it?" Little Red Riding Hood said, "This is me, Little Red Riding Hood." The wolf said, "Come in, the door is open." He covered his body and long mouth with a film. Little Red Riding Hood curiously asked, "Grandma, why are your ears and eyes so big?" The wolf said, "In order to hear you and better to see you clearer." Little Red Riding Hood asked again, "Why are your teeth so sharp?" The wolf said, "So I can eat you." Then he swallowed her. The wolf was cold. He fell asleep and snored loudly. A hunter passed by. He saw the wolf lying inside the house. He knew what had happened. Then the hunter cut off the wolf's belly. The little girl and her grandma came out. They stuffed the wolf's belly with stones. Then grandma stood at his belly. The wolf woke up. He went out for water. He fell into a well and drowned. The little girl jumped up happily. Grandma was also cured. And lastly, Little Red Riding Hood returned home. She guaranteed her mother that she would never trust a stranger easily. So, based from the story that I read, what lesson did you learn?